viewers, welcome back to Reef Maniacs TV. We have now discovered where we want to place our aquarium and what size aquarium we want to start with. So now we need to decide what type of aquarium do we want to set up. Obviously, if you're new to this, there are 5 different aquariums to run: fish only with live rock, soft coral aquarium, an LPS aquarium and an SPS aquarium, and a mixed reef. There are different skill levels needed for each of these aquarium, and one of the harder of the 5 is an SPS only aquarium. These corals do need extra attention paid to their parameters, and dosing needs to be done on a regular basis, and they are the category of corals that are the hardest to keep. There are easy ones in the group, and it would be the best to start with if you ever wanted to go for a SPS only aquarium. But if it's your first aquarium, I would suggest starting off slow. I would start the cycle off with a bacteria source and add a pair of fish into the aquarium to help the bacteria to build up. So the first few weeks would be a fish only with developing live rock. And then from there, I would start off with soft corals. And as the tank progresses and your skill level progresses, I would look at a mixed reef aquarium. And as the months go on, slowly add different species of coral, from your soft corals all the way through to your LPS for your first few months of your tank. Once you are more familiar with the running of a reef aquarium and want to tackle a little bit of a challenge, there are many SPS out there that are easy to start with. A lot of your Montepora range of corals are very forgiving, and they won't bleach for nothing. You know, a slight change in alkalinity, you'll see they will show signs of distress, but they won't just bleach overnight or delaminate overnight and where the coral's dead the next morning. Where with your LPS and that, they are a lot more forgiving, and they can deal with parameter changes a lot better than SPS can. And it's not necessary to dose daily, even though that is our main goal, to try and keep our level as flat as possible. We don't want a curve happening in our parameters. We want to try and keep that as level as possible. So what we want to look at is taking it slowly, starting off with a fish only system, maybe a pair of clownfish, get the cycle going. Once everything starts showing stability, well, not stability, but once it's showing that the cycle has run its course, then we can start adding a few more other fish and start adding the coral. Like I said, soft coral would be our best choice to start with, and there are so many varieties of different soft corals and so many different color variations, and it will also give you the confidence in your reefing ability when you see the corals actually growing. I mean, that's one of my main excitement of this whole hobby, is when you put a little frag of a coral and 2 years later it's grown into this massive colony, which is just awesome. So like I say, we start slowly, start fish only, progress to soft coral. Once we have got a bit more stability in our system and we are happy with keeping our levels where they need to be, then start looking at LPS coral. Once we're happy with that, start with 1 or 2 pieces of an easy to keep SPS. Most LFSs will give you the great advice on which ones are the easier ones and which ones are the harder ones. Obviously with SPS, the higher that price tag, the harder that coral is to keep. Just bear that in mind. Okay, so if you are going to go with our advice and start off slowly and progress your way through to a mixed reef tank over the first year of keeping, then we've chosen a mixed reef system. They are enjoyable, and you will get loads of fun out of this aquarium, and it is a very nice aquarium to maintain. Okay, so now we have our our location, our aquarium, as well as the type of aquarium you want to set up. Our next step is going to be equipment. Now with equipment, we're going to go through everything needed for a marine aquarium. This is going to be on our next episode, and this is going to be quite in depth. So there's a lot of equipment to take into mind when you're setting up your first marine aquarium. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and you'll be notified when our next video is released. Thank you for watching, and happy reefing.